So we can say that H plus ion cannot exist alone. It exists as H plus aqueous form or H3O plus hydronium ion. Now when what happens? Base in water. Base reacts with water, gives OH minus ions. So base provide OH minus ions in water. So when NaOH in water gives Na plus OH minus. What is NaOH? It is sodium hydroxide. In water, it gives sodium ions Na plus OH minus ion, hydroxyl ions. Then KOH gives K plus OH minus ions. So acids in water gives H plus ions, while bases in water gives OH minus ions. Clear? H plus ions cannot exist alone, but exist as H plus in aqueous form or H3O plus, that is hydronium ions. Okay. How we should find the strength of an acid or base in a solution? So the strength of an acid or base depends on the number of H plus ion or OH minus ion produced respectively. So for an acid or base in a solution, the strength of the acid or base depends on the number of OH minus ions or H plus ions produced respectively. That is, the concentration of H plus ion gives the strength of an acid, and the concentration of OH minus ion gives the strength of the base. So the basic factor for strength of an acid is the concentration of H plus ion. The basic factor for measuring the strength of a base is the concentration of OH minus ion. How we find the strength of these ions? A scale for measuring hydrogen ion concentration in a solution is called the pH scale. So we can use pH scale for measuring the concentration of H plus ion in a solution. So if the concentration of H plus ion is found, then we can say that whether it is acidic or basic. So by using a pH scale, we can classify whether it is acidic or basic. So the values of the scale measures from 0 to 14, where 0 value represents highly acidic and the value 14 represents highly basic. From 0 to 14, 7 indicates neutral. 7 indicates neutral value. That means neither acidic nor basic. So the pH of water, that is the drinking water, the pH is 7. That is neither acidic nor basic. It is neutral. Then what do we mean by a pH paper? It is a paper which is used for measuring pH variation. pH paper is a paper which is used for measuring pH variation. It is used for measuring pH variation. So the strength of an acid or base depends on the number of H plus ion or OH minus ion produced respectively. So concentration of H plus ion and concentration of OH minus ion decides the strength of acid and base. This concentration of H plus ion can be found out by using a pH scale. The importance of pH scale is that the scale measures from 0 to 14. If it is 0 means highly acidic and 14 means highly basic. In between this value, 7 is neutral. So for pH of water, drinking water is simply neutral. So the value of pH of water is 7. Then pH paper is a paper which is used for measuring pH variation. So simply it is a paper used for measuring the variation of pH value. That's called pH paper. Clear? Now look at this table. This table shows the value of pH, color of solution and nature of solution, H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration. The whole topic is simplified into a table, and from this table we can easily find the values of pH, and according to the values, what is the color, nature, H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration. So If the pH value is 0, then the color of solution is dark red. This is actually not the original color. Then this is the color of the solution according to the pH, and the color change due to the pH. So color of the solution, if it is dark red, then it is highly acidic. Then it is highly acidic. So pH paper or pH shows the color change that is dark red. If it shows the color of dark red, then the nature is highly acidic and the H plus ion concentration is very high and OH minus ion concentration is very low. Then if the value of pH is 4, then the color of the solution is orange or yellow, slightly very orange or yellow, and the nature is acidic. H plus ion concentration is high and OH minus ion concentration is low. Then if the pH value is 7, then the color of solution is green. We know that the nature is neutral. If the pH value is 7, then the nature of the solution is neutral and H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration are equal. If it is equal, then the solution is neutral. That means neither acidic nor basic. Then if the pH value is 10, then it gives a bluish green or slightly blue color. Then the nature of solution is alkaline, H plus ion concentration is low and OH minus ion concentration is high. Next is if the pH value is 14, then the color of the solution is dark blue or violet. So now look, if it is 0, that means if the solution is highly acidic, then the color is dark red. If the solution is highly basic, then the color is dark blue or violet. Then H plus ion concentration is very low and OH minus ion concentration is very high. That's about the table related to pH value, nature, H plus and OH minus ion concentration. So our next topic is importance of pH in our daily life. Importance of pH in our daily life. The first one is pH in our digestive system. How pH is important in our digestive system? Our stomach produces hydrochloric acid. You studied that in the biology that our stomach produces hydrochloric acid, which makes the medium acidic. This dilute hydrochloric acid helps in digestion of food. Helps in digestion of food. If in case indigestion causes, stomach produces a very large quantity, because of which we feel pain and irritation in our stomach. So if digestion is not proper, that means indigestion happens, large amount of hydrochloric acid produces, that causes acidity in our stomach. Due to this acidity, we feel pain and irritation. To get relief from this pain, we need to neutralize this acid. For this, we are using medicines called antacids. We are using medicines called antacids. These antacids contain bases. Then these bases react with acids, become neutralized. Second is pH of acid rain. If the pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called the acid rain. When this acid rain happens and this water flows to the water bodies, making them acidic, that is harmful to the survival of aquatic animals. Third one is pH of soil. You know that plants require a specific range of pH for their healthy growth. If pH of soil of any particular place is less or more than normal, we need to add some fertilizers to make it neutral. So if the nature of soil is acidic, we use fertilizers containing basic substances. If the nature of soil is basic, then we use fertilizers containing acidic substances. You know that our body functions between pH range 7 to 7.8. Living organisms can survive only in the narrow range of pH change. Then tooth decay and pH. In our mouth, bacteria produces acids by degradation of sugar and food particles remaining in the mouth. Tooth decay begins below the pH 5.6. If the remains of food exist in the mouth, causes decrement of pH value to 5.6, then what happens? Tooth decay happens. Using toothpaste which is generally basic. We are using toothpaste for brushing our teeth. We are using toothpaste for brushing our teeth because this toothpaste is basic in nature. If food remains exist in the mouth region, then this tooth